CBRE in the region provide, and elsewhere within the world, provide a considerable amount of advice to shopping centre developers and investors. Through our asset management team, we have a significant stake in some of the largest malls around the world. So it's very important for the CBRE advisory team to understand how retailing works and what the changes brought about by the customer base are going to bring, and how they're going to change the design of shopping centres and malls going forward. So this, for us, makes us better advisors. It also provides us with an opportunity to talk more closely to developers, shoppers and retailers. We were very interested to see how the UAE changed, or comparative to the rest of the world, how it performed. And quite a lot of the findings that we saw here were pretty much as we expected them to be. In respect of food and beverage, we saw that food and drinks outlets within the malls have a much more important component of choice for the shoppers here. So we see a very high proportion of people coming to the malls here, visiting malls, as a result of the quality or the variety of F&B here. We also see that the F&B component is a key decision factor in people going to some of these malls. And we also see that the decision going forward as to what shoppers would see quite often centres around the F&B outlets. So there are some comments from some of the respondents to the survey that people would like better quality food, better service food, more healthy options. So all those factors together, I think, hopefully help the landlords and the future potential occupiers make a choice as to how they treat the Dubai market. I think what this survey shows is that the UAE, from a shopping centre perspective, from a mall perspective, they have a disproportionate level of importance to the people who are living here. They have a social function as well as an important shopping function and an eating outlet or source of outlet. So for the UAE, the level of importance and therefore the level of spending amongst the local resident population here is amongst the highest in the world. And we also see other very high statistics that people visit shopping centres here more than they do elsewhere, spend more money here pretty much within the top 3 of the centres around the world. And they have a role within the weekly routine of most people here in a way that perhaps Western Europe, which is another important part of this survey, doesn't show. What we see at the moment is that the proportion of food and beverage outlets within shopping malls here is amongst the highest in the world. But we see a general trend across all shopping centres at the moment for that proportion to increase. We think that will increase to about a quarter of all outlets within shopping malls being based on F&B going forward. And in some instances, we've seen some landlords suggest to us it might be as high as 30% within the next 15 years or so. So the basis, that the tenant mix, the way shopping centres are designed, is going to change to accommodate that much greater proportion of F&B outlets within malls going forward.